Alright. Welcome back to the Cool Cast Podcast, the coolest podcast on the planet. You heard it here, you ain't heard it there. Alright, off the bat, this nigga fucking Oswald Cobblepot. Bro, this nigga tripping, man. Bro, this nigga going crazy, dog. Season 2. I thought it would be a bit more action in episode 2, not season 2, but episode 2. But it's decent, fairly well. But man, this nigga Soldier Slim should have had Oswald on that Too Damn Cutthroat song, cause boy, this nigga was showing off in episode 2. I'm like, bruh, this nigga forgot that Bruce Wayne is this nigga in Gotham cutting the fuck up. I'm like, what is this nigga doing? Like, this boy forgot all about Batman. I'm like, this nigga wildin'. And then on the first episode, I think it was like the beginning scene, this boy tripping out talking about Riddler, how homie then blew shit up or whatnot. He calling bruh a fucking maniac and all this crazy shit. I'm like, bruh, look at the shit you doing running around in Gotham, man. Killing folks and all this type of shit. This nigga, I'm talking about, bruh, this shit crazy as fuck. I'm wondering how they gonna bring everything out though. I know for the most part they probably ain't gonna dig deep into all the other characters. Like, they ain't gonna go and fuck with. They probably ain't gonna even bring Batman into that shit. That boy probably somewhere with Kal-El in the Justice League doing some shit out of space somewhere or some shit. I don't know what the fuck going on. But they probably ain't gonna dive into all that. They probably just gonna keep that shit, you know what I'm saying, based around Oswald and shit. Just basically probably showing how he became the Penguin and shit from their story. Because, you know, they got all these different type of multiverses and shit. So it's like different versions of all these characters and shit. But so far so good, man. Episode 2, that shit banging out. You know what I'm saying? That shit really banging out, though. I'm like, they fucking doing their thing right now. It's like they was tripping out on that shit. Gotham, the little TV show they did when Bruce was like a little boy and shit. He just started coming up and fucking around with the suit and everything. But for the most part, it was just showing. That shit was mostly about like the nigga Gordon and shit though. You know, based around, you know, all the shit he was doing before, you know what I'm saying, Bruce became Batman and shit. But I don't know. I wonder how they gonna look into it, because I've been thinking about the shit too with Selina. Because, you know, in the film, they had them show, you know, about how the nigga Falcone was her father and shit. I think she was about to try to kill the boy or some shit. I forgot how that shit went down when bro died. Or did she kill him? I can't remember. But yeah, so I'm wondering if they gonna bring Catwoman in the bitch too, and like, you know what I'm saying? See if they gonna have some. They can do a lot of shit with this shit, but you know what I'm saying? They be having all this shit going on with the budgets, and they be, I don't know, man. I just be feeling like, you know, if they involve the fans more into the shit, it's like the the shit with the Flash and Arrow. It's like, man, they could have done so much better with that shit. I mean, the Flash was cool, it was dope and shit too, but that shit was way too sensitive though. They was tripping at that shit though. But I don't know. But right now, the shit they got going on with the Penguin, the shit looks well. I'm just trying to figure out like how far they gonna dig deep into the story, you know what I'm saying? Is they gonna bring out the other characters and shit, or is they just gonna leave that shit surrounding Oswald and just leave it there? You know, like, is they gonna bring out Joker and all them motherfuckers, Quinn, Cold, fucking Freeze, you know what I'm saying? Like, how that shit gonna play out? And then there's a mini-series, so it's like, oh man, you know, they probably ain't gonna get that far in detail. But waiting on motherfucking Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3. I know that one gonna tear me up. You know what I'm saying? I ran back to Part 1. I was like, but I don't even remember seeing all this shit too, so I gotta bust back through 1 and 2 and see what's going on and get ready for 3, because, you know, so I can know what the hell's going on that motherfucker. But yeah, I was checking out some shit about Veep, old girl that playing Seinfeld. I forget her name, but I seen some shit that had to do with Larry David and the one dude that play on Seinfeld too, the homie with the glasses with the bald head and shit. I guess they had some shit going on with the readings about the reunion for the Veep show. And I'm like, man, what the hell? This nigga Larry David got his hands in everything. But I gotta go back and check that TV show out too, with a little raunchy comedy. That shit was kind of, you know. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go back and check it out though. I had a few laughs off that bitch, you know what I'm saying? She running around like she the vice president and shit, and she just wilding out on that bitch, you know what I'm saying? But that shit pretty cool though. But yeah, that nigga Larry definitely need to bring back this curb shit. A nigga still on that. Especially when I heard the nigga JB Smooth talking about, you know what I'm saying, he feel like, bro, bullshitting. Like, man, that boy ain't, you know what I'm saying, when he get bored, he gonna call me and call everybody else, and we gonna be back to filming. I'm like, that's what the fuck that nigga need to do. Need curb right now. But I don't know, he probably might be feeling like he need to hang it up, like how them dudes was talking about over there on a regular show. Them boys were like, shit, we did our fucking thing, like, a nigga don't want to overdo it, you know what I'm saying, we go to producing more, and like, you know what I'm saying, that shit just fall back. Like, let's keep it where it's at, you know what I'm saying? Like, when motherfuckers talk about this shit, they gonna be like, yeah, that shit was cool, rather than, damn, them boy came back, that shit was terrible, you know? Them boys was like, we just not gonna touch it, you know what I'm saying? We gonna leave that shit where it's at, you know what I'm saying? We just keep our little trophy. But yeah, regular show, that shit though was tough as a motherfucker, too tough as nails. What Adventure Time? What is it, Adventure Time, or is it what's that shit called with the fucking I think the boy named Jake, and then what's the dog? No, it's the dog named Jake. Yeah, the dog named Jake and your boy named Finn. I think that's Adventure Time. Yeah. That bitch let me drop had a nigga rolling when a nigga seen a little episode, man. I'm like, bro, this shit here. But yeah, no, I just bumped into some other shit though, some other crazy shit called Will Trent. That shit fire. That shit kind of funny a little bit. It's a little, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit that kind of fire. The little chick that play in it, nigga so in love with her and shit. I'm like, God damn, nigga ain't never seen this lady before, dog. Who is this shit? Got me tangled in mind like the chick Aaron Ray and the one chick that, oh man, that's ill will, but yeah. them little ladies fine as a motherfucker, dog. Like, what is this? But yeah, though, man. The Penguin. But when that nigga Bruce hit about all that shit that he been doing, don't come asking me no questions. I don't know nothing about it. I dropped out of Gotham High way back in like fucking sophomore year. I heard about the new Michelangelos they put over here in Gotham. The ingredients coming straight from Italy. I'm here for the pizza, dog. I don't know nothing about what, you know what I'm saying, Cobblepot got going on, man. Don't come asking me nothing, you hear me? But yeah, that shit swore though. HBO Max got something going on. But I just can't get over this mini-series shit. Like, nigga, y'all ain't drop a whole thing. Like, y'all supposed to drop like 8 episodes for the season and be like, okay, if this shit do right, we coming back with like, you know what I'm saying? We come back around for the second, and if they do right for the third and the fourth, the fifth, and just keep that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Mini-series, but you know, they got it, they doing their thing. They probably done overspent on that shit anyhow. Well, not too much fault, cause you know that ain't no where they gotta use all that CGI and all that shit, so, but I don't know. But yeah, this is the Cool Cast Podcast, the coolest podcast on the planet. You heard it here, you ain't heard it there, you know what I'm saying? Word of trademark, keep it cool.